Miguel. Boy, I don't know where you get the strength. Working all these hours at the cannery, here on the docks, doing odd jobs about town, and going to college, too.
Yeah, well, I gotta work all the hours I can get. You know, I gotta pay my tuition, got a big hospital bill from when my baby was born. Gotta take care of my family.
Well, I can always use a good worker, Miguel.
Thanks, Mr. Giorgio.
Did you hear your daddy, Maria? He's been working really hard so he can take care of us. Now, if we could just get him away from Charity, he'll be all ours before we know it. Let's go say hi. Oh, no. Charity made a deal with death. My little girl would live if she would just give up Miguel. If she goes back on her promise, Maria could die. There's no way I'm gonna let that happen.
Don't walk away from me.
Damn, my cousin. My baby and I will always come in second with Miguel as long as Charity's around. Charity, what are you doing? Hey, I thought you said you were gonna stay away from Miguel.
I'm trying, Kay. But he keeps coming back to me. What am I supposed to do?
Okay, a lot. For one thing, quit showing up whenever he's at work. And I saw you mooning over him before he saw you. And just now, you agreed to meet him at the book cafe. I don't call that trying very hard.
You don't know a thing about how hard I'm trying, Kay. In fact, you don't know anything about the sacrifices I've made for you and your baby, so don't tell me what to do.
Don't meet him, Charity. You'll just make things worse.
Hello, Kay. Still having the same little problem, I see.
What do you want, Ivy?
Look, Kay, we've never been friends, and we probably never will be, but I would like to give you a little bit of advice, sort of like a, surrogate mother.
Oh, cut the crap. You're just trying to suck up to me so you can score points with my dad.
No, Kay, actually, I would really like to help you.
Well, if that's true, then why don't you give me some useful advice? Okay, I don't need a mother's advice on how to be a good girl. I need an old bitch's advice on how to keep the man I love.
Okay, well, that was incredibly rude.
Oh, please. You know who you are, Ivy. Okay? I helped you keep your secrets and your lies so you can get your hooks into my dad. Now, you're gonna help me get Miguel.
And just how am I supposed to help you get Miguel? He's obviously very much in love with Charity.
Yeah, well, he'll get over it. Okay? This is what I want you to do. I want you to talk to Charity. Convince her to leave Miguel alone.
How am I supposed to do that?
Tell her your pathetic story about how hard it was for you to raise your son without a real father's love, and how awful it was for little Ethan not having a father around growing up, blah, 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 okay? She'll be boo-hooing in no time.
Well, I think you give me too much credit, Kay. I don't think I'm that good.
At manipulating people's feelings? Oh, give me a break. You wrote the book, okay? And I'll tell you what, if you don't convince Charity, I might just have to go have a little heart-to-heart with my parents and tell them how you've hired David to pose as my mom's first husband. How do you think Dad's gonna react to that? I'll tell you how he'll react. He'll be furious. Probably never speak to you again. Who knows? Maybe even throw you in jail for fraud.
How did someone so young become so hard?
Maybe I should go talk to my dad right now.
Okay, wait a minute, Kay. There's no need for threats. I'll talk to Charity.
Now.
Oh, all right. This is between you and Miguel. I really shouldn't have said anything.
No. No, you're right. I don't want Miguel to divide his loyalties between me and the baby. He should be with her and with Kay, which is pretty much what I've been trying to tell him, but he won't listen to me. So, what can I do?
Well, I think you have to make yourself crystal clear, Charity. You have to show him that you are serious and that you're gonna move on with your life without him.
But I see the hurt in his eyes when he looks at me.
You have to be strong, Charity. You can't agree to meet him. You can't agree to talk to him. You have to make yourself unavailable. You know what? I heard Jessica talking about a bunch of kids going on a ski trip today. Why don't you go with them?
No, I can't. I can't afford it, for one thing, and also, I have to study for this test.
You're a smart girl, Charity. You can study after you go skiing. Here, let me treat you. That way you can have a day off free from worry and upset.
No, I can't take your money.
Yes, you can, if I insist. You're young, Charity, free to do what you want to do. You're not the one saddled with a baby. Now go. Enjoy yourself. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
That was brilliant, Ivy. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Charity's a nice kid. She doesn't deserve this kind of pain.
Like you're one to talk. You didn't have any trouble inflicting this kind of pain on my mom, did you? You tore my family apart, and you didn't think twice about it.
That was completely different. Sam loved me long before he ever loved Grace, and he still loves me. Anyone with eyes can see that Miguel is madly in love with Charity. How did you get him to sleep with you anyway? Did you use magic like Jessica's always saying?
You're right, okay? If I could use magic, I'd turn you into a toad right here and now. No, okay? I used the same thing you did to seduce my father. That old black magic called feminine wiles, with a little lying and scheming thrown in for good measure. And now, thanks to your help, I'm gonna get Miguel to be all mine.
Oh, what was that for?
Oh, just a little thank you for helping me get Miguel.
Well, I'm not happy about making Charity so miserable.
I couldn't care less if you're happy. All I care about is that you've managed to get Charity to believe that Miguel's better off with me than with her.
Well, I'm not so sure that I believe that, but I do believe a child should be raised by both of their parents.
Yeah, well, so do I. And thanks to your words of wisdom, you know, my little Maria might have a chance to grow up with her father. No, I'll have a chance to grow old with Miguel.
Poor Miguel.
Go to hell, Ivy.
Hi, sweetheart. How's my little grandbaby doing? Well, it looks like you two are having a nice conversation.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Can't tell you how helpful Ivy's been.
I told you Kay was a good girl. She just needed some womanly advice.
Oh, yes. Kay is quite a girl.